Hi, I'm Erin from Cottage Designs by Erin. It's a brand new year, 2022. So that means we need new topics. So today I'm going to talk to you about different types of fabric and what those fabrics can be used for. Whenever you buy a pattern, this is an old American Girl doll pattern. If you look on the back, it'll say fabrics, satin, iridescent shears, broadcloth taffeta, pinwheel corduroy, velveteen. So all of those might be a foreign language to you if you don't have any experience sewing. So I'm going to go through a few fabrics and show you the difference and tell you what they're used for. Okay, so this week a Quilt Guild member had a friend's mother pass away, and she had 20 boxes of fabric. And so I was asked if I would come and help this guild member go through the materials because she wanted to gather them up so that other guild members could use them. But the problem is when you quilt, you only want quilting material. And since this person had not sewn for a long time, she really wasn't sure what some of the fabrics were used for and if they could be used for quilting. And that's really just something that you learn as you go along. So I've got the big box of fabric that I brought home from that meeting, and I'm just going to pull things out and tell you what they are and what they're used for. I tried to take most of the material that would not be used for quilts because I spend so much time sewing doll clothes. All right, so my first little piece of fabric is a pink chintz, and chintz and polished cotton are the same material, okay? It's got a high shine. See how it attracts the light? It's very thin. Let me show you one piece of it because it's all folded up. Okay, so this is one piece. Very, very thin. It does block the light, but it would only be used for maybe a spring or summer doll dress. You could use it for a blouse. You could use it for a skirt. You could not use it for something heavier like a coat. It was used a lot back in the 1990s, 80s, and 90s for pillows, curtains, pillow shams, that sort of thing. Okay, next is this very strange kind of stuff. This is an old-fashioned tool, which is very has a wide honeycomb. It's extremely stiff, and this is sometimes called tarlatan or tulle, but there's different types of tulle. Okay, there's the real soft, flimsy kind that you see wreaths made out of, and then there's this. This was used to make doll petticoats. So I will show you. Here is a 20-inch Miss Revlon. Under her dress, she has a little slip with the stiff tulle on it to make it stick out. Her dress is made of cotton. Notice that it has an interesting design in that the stripes go across the top but down on the bottom, which was quite inventive back then. And notice that the stripes match up. A true seamstress would never have made this doll dress where the stripes did not align. All right, so now we have, this is seersucker. Seersucker is a bumpy, ridged line material. It can be used for quilts. It can be used for baby clothes. I like it for doll clothes. I personally would not want to wear this myself because I would not like the feel of that texture unless it were lined. Okay, so you could do shirts, shorts, skirts. This was very popular in the 50s. It typically does have to be ironed. It does wrinkle somewhat. Okay, so that's seersucker. This is also seersucker. Notice it's got the little lines in it going up and down. See them very faintly? Okay, so again, more seersucker. All right, we have a cotton. This is just a novelty print. Novelty prints are prints that you're only going to use for certain occasions. Christmas, Valentine's Day, Halloween, those sorts of things. And this is 100% cotton. It is fairly thick. You could use this for anything that this type of material would be suitable for. Again, not a jacket or coat. It'd be cute for a doll dress. It's nice and soft. It'd be ideal for pajamas. Okay. Now, we've got some Glitzy Glam materials in here. This is a different type of tulle. It's very, it's stiff, but notice the honeycomb pattern on it's very, very small. Okay, so you would use this for a Barbie dress, a doll dress, a petticoat, an evening gown for a doll. You could put it on a Christmas stocking. You're not going to wear it close to your skin because it's very rough and itchy, stiff. This is flannel. Flannel has a nice soft brush look to it. And you can use this for baby quilts, baby clothing, pajamas, a robe. You're not going to make a shirt out of this more than likely because you're not going to go to work in flannel. All right, so the material has to suit the occasion. Okay, now we have a polyester spandex stretch. And this would be used for costumes, doll clothes, evening clothes for dolls, ice skating costumes, dance costumes, those types of things, an aerobic outfit. It's stretchy and it's stage materials. It attracts light, but it's not everyday wear. Again, you're not going to be wearing this to work, okay? Unless you're really just have that opportunity to be glam Shazam at work, I guess. Okay, here's a green, same deal. See how it's a two-way stretch? Two-way stretch means it will stretch both ways. Okay. We have okay, this is a lining. She's like, what is that? That feels weird. It's very stiff and slick to the touch. This is an acetate lining used for suit jackets, the inside of a skirt. You can make doll clothes out of it if it's a modern doll, but it's meant to go on the inside of an outfit as a lining. It's not meant to be the outer fabric. All right, we have a beautiful little eyelet. I love eyelet for doll clothes. Okay, so if you notice on the eyelet has holes in it. I don't know if you can see the little holes in the fabric. Okay. Very thin, lightweight. This is used to be used for aprons, collars, trims on skirts. You can use it for very dainty pillows and curtains. All right. All right, next I have a heavy polyester satin. Okay, this is nice. It's very thick. Again, you could use this for costumes. You could use it for doll clothes. You're not going to, it's got a little stretch to it. You could possibly make a skirt out of this for evening. Since it is stretchy, it'd be cute for one of those, a tube skirt or a scuba skirt, as they're called. You would use it for that. Okay, we have a great big huge novelty print. It's got ice cream cones on it. And I picked this up because it would be ideal for a doll apron with the little chef hat. My mind probably doesn't work like everybody else's. When I saw all this fabric on the table, the first thing I think is, what can I make out of that? And that's what came to me for this. Again, not something you're going to wear in the general public. Okay, this is organza. And organza is like a stiff chiffon. It is see-through. See how you see my fingers through that? This is used for an overlay on blouses, skirts, an evening jacket. It's a dress material. It's not an everyday material. It's used for finer occasions. Probably this and this probably went together. This was probably the underneath and this is probably the overlay. And so that's what that is used for. Oh, we have a very thick. Now, what in the heck would you do with this? This is a pleather. Okay, and pleather is a fake leather. Look at that up close. Very, very thick. This one has a little stretch to it. And I picked this up to make doll shoes out of. So that was what my intention was with this. Okay, this is a robe material. Now, robe materials come in different types. This is 50 cents a half yard. So what the situation was with this lady had gone through and measured every single piece of this fabric And she also put the price of the fabric that she wanted out of it for a yard sale. So that's why they're all marked with these very cheap, inexpensive prices. Robe materials, there's the real thick kind that, like a minky that has a big raised dot, very, very thick and plush. This is not that kind of robe material. This is a one-ply type material where it's only printed on one side. Here's the pretty side. Here's the not so pretty side. Okay, so the back has got some nylon in it, polyester. It still makes a nice robe, but it's not the luxurious, thick, plush kind that absorbs a lot of water. Okay, here's more eyelet with the little holes. Okay, here's a gingham. You can always tell gingham because gingham has squares. So it has different size squares. This is a teeny tiny petite. This is ideal for making baby bonnets, baby dresses. You can make quilts out of it. Also, you can make doll clothing, pillows, curtains, if you like that kind of country look. Okay, this is a dotted Swiss. And dotted Swiss is typically cotton or polyester cotton. And it has raised up bumpy dots on it. And that's how you know dotted Swiss. It's usually kind of thin. Ideal for blouses, skirts, doll clothes. If you make a skirt out of it, though, you will have to line it or you'll be able to see through your skirt. This is 100% cotton cherry fabric. Okay, so this would be cute to trim dish towels. It would be ideal for aprons, pillows, curtains. You can make a blouse out of this if you want to. It's thick enough to where you couldn't see through it. It's very nice, high quality fabric. Okay, and here is a metallic. Metallic just means that it has shine to it. So it's a chevron cotton metallic, which is cute for finishing pieces for dolls, maybe hats, that sort of thing. Okay, we have more and more and more seersucker. Again, it has the ridge lines in it. We've covered that. Let me see what else is in here. Okay, here's Polar Fleece. Polar Fleece can be super thick. It depends on the weight, or it can be thin. This is a thinner one, but it's ideal to make little dolly coats and hats out of. It's very soft. You just want to rub up against it. It's very plush. And Polar Fleece is thicker. So you're going to make robes, hats, mittens, scarves, coats out of Polar Fleece. And it can be worn inside. Okay, here is an evening sequin material. And it's stretchy. This reminds me of the old disco material. I'm seeing a disco tube top made out of this baby. Okay, so it's stretchy and shiny and evening wear. Not something you're going to wear to work. Okay, now, let me grab, I've got a couple bolts over here to show you. Well, one in particular. Okay, this is an entire bolt of what? Pink taffeta that I purchased at a resale shop. I got the entire bolt for $1. Why? Because nobody wants it. Why? Because this would have been used probably 80s or 90s for bridal wear. I'm trying to think. Flower girls. Okay, their dresses. It's stiff and it sounds like this when it rubs together. Okay, this is why you line it. But, so why did I buy it? It's ideal for my sissy clothes. It's great for antique doll clothes. And it's very, very stiff. So once you sew it and you press it, it is there to stay. It is there to stay in that formation. I mean, I like it for the look, but I certainly would not want to wear it. I believe my 8th grade graduation dress was pink taffeta. And I had the little 1980s satin dyed heels to go with it, and it looked pretty, but it was absolutely miserable to wear. Why? Because that right there. Okay, so I have covered a multitude of materials, and I just want you to see that there's so many different materials for so many different looks. Okay, so they made these little dresses. We've got a satin, we've got a overlay. Down here we have corduroy, here we have flannel. So depending on what your overall outcome is going to be, the fabric should suit the needs of the pattern or suit the needs of the lifestyle of what the outfit is for. You're not going to wear flannel in public, or you should not. If your mother did not tell you that, I'm telling you now, you should not be wearing your jammies to Walmart. Okay, so no flannel in public. You're going to wear, you know, a stretch that's not see-through in public. Everyday denim, cotton, corduroy, depending on the time of year. Okay, we're not going to see anyone in chintz anymore because this is gone with the wind. We will still see seersucker. We will still see novelty prints, all those types of things. For fancier occasions, we will see the materials I showed you with the sequins and the tulle and the overlay and the satin. Oh my gosh, fabric is such a wonderful thing. I enjoy reading the old-fashioned descriptions on patterns, because every now and then I will come across a fabric I've never heard of before. And then I usually go to an older individual and ask them, what is that? Or I'll Google it, because it might be something that I've never ever heard of. It's most often it's a name for another name. Like chintz and polished cotton are the same thing. I did not know that until I was older. So after watching my video, I hope you learned a little bit about different types of fabric, what they're used for, what the outcome would be. Before I leave, I have to show you something adorable. This is my mother's 1950s Shirley Temple doll, and she is wearing a little seersucker swimsuit. Oh my God, it's adorable. Look at that, a little bandeau swimsuit. And I just keep her in this swimsuit all the time because I love, love, love a polka dot. And this is just too cute for words. So, you know, doll collectors, they're buying a look. And they're typically going to buy something that brings back fond memories for them. I remember when I was a kid, my grandma had this purple dress that had flowers on it. They were kind of small. It's kind of like a calico. And every time I see a purple calico, I just cannot help but think of her. So our memories are attached to fabric, whether we know it or not. If I see a blue plaid, it's my dad all over the place. So I hope that you have good, fond memories of the people you love wearing the fabrics that you appreciate. And I hope that after watching this video, you'll know which fabric to use for what project. I apologize for being so delayed in posting a new video, but you know how life is. Time just gets away from us. But I'll try to be better about posting regularly in the new year. Have a good day.